Kol Halayim La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders that prophesize and rule well for the hopeful 144 and the 1/3 of Yasharallah, who this world refers to as Israel, starting at the house of great millstone. Shalom to you Akim, who teach and learn in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwith, who learn in sincerity. It's your brother, Kanan, and this will be titled 2/3 Stockholm Syndrome. Okay? When I refer to 2/3, we are talking of 2/3 of the nation, the whole nation of Yasharallah. Once again, who this world refers to as Israel, which makes up you so-called African Americans, Native Americans, and Hispanics, including the speckled birds who look like all of the nations in the face. However, their father comes back. His heritage, his seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. 2/3 of our people have Stockholm Syndrome. Okay? This is a lamb back off of the elder of Chicago, Salakia. I'm slipping on the name right now, but one of the elders of Chicago did the lesson. God bless America for what? I'll leave it in the descriptions, Lord willing. Okay, so this basically I'm starting this off with this image of Teddy Roosevelt on the horse representing power, and he has in captive, what you're looking at is a northern tribe on your right, and on your left, the Salakia, southern tribe, Judah, Jake, on your right, and on your left, you're looking at the northern tribe, which would be a Reubenite or a Gadite. Okay, so both tribes are in captivity over here in United Snakes of America, spiritual Egypt, bondage, spiritual Babylon, Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon, also spiritual Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, and not only are we in captivity, but once again, the name of this is Stockholm Syndrome. All right, so before I pull out the first verses, let's get this definition. Stockholm Syndrome. And isn't it fitting that they had an image of an Edomite right there? Okay. And this woman that you see crouched over. Stockholm Syndrome is a psychological response where victims of a kidnapping, that's us, we've been kidnapped, hostage situation, or abuse, develop positive feelings towards their captives or abusers. Hey, we could sum it up right there. That's the average Jake over here in spiritual Babylon. Look at ICE. I'm gonna use an example. You got people of all of our tribes participating in this ICE bullshit, which we know ICE is ultimately to destroy our people, starting with the northern tribes, but it's going to get to the southern tribes too. Judah. You so-called African Americans, Haitians, and Jamaicans. Okay, so it's going to reach ultimately. ICE is going to affect everything, but yet you see our people amongst them. Okay, law enforcements, the military. Okay, and this your average corny ass Jake. The politicians. They're sellouts, okay? Bending over for the enemy that is put us in this abusive situation, okay? This bond is considered complex, copying, or severe strategy the mind uses to endure a terrifying, life-threatening situation. And hey, we've been in this situation for decades on decades, so I can sort of kind of get it. All right, but it's not for me. All right, life-threatening situation. Victims may even begin to identify with their captive goals and show distrust towards authorities attempting a rescue. Now that's funny. Who are the authorities attempting rescue? the apostles, the elders, the Akim, like-minded man, teaching you this truth straight from the words of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Come up out of her, okay, my people. All right. So what do our 2/3 do? They rebel. They don't want to hear this truth. Salvation is for everybody when it's not. It's only for Yasharallah, okay? And that's stated throughout all of these chapters, throughout this whole book, the volume of the book. But yet Christianity has twisted it around, and our people are stuck in that mind frame and not taking heed to the warning that they be given and the invitation that they be given ultimately from Yahweh, who this world ignorantly calls God, Bahashem, in the name of Yahweh Shah, who this world ignorantly calls Jesus. Okay, so that's your Stockholm syndrome. The first time I came across the understanding was in a movie where a man had kidnapped a younger girl. She had been with this man for a couple years, and when the authorities finally got a chance to rescue her, she wanted to fight them off and wanted to ignore her family to stay with this man, who ultimately, he had to be punished for his crimes. But it's just a horrible thing to see a person going through this mentality. And once again, our people have Stockholm syndrome. So we're going to address this, Lord willing. I pray that this be edifying. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of commandments of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and the law that endure forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die. Okay, I'm going down to verse 4 or verse 3. Give not thy honor to to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation. Once again, we're in captivity over here in the United States of America. So that's exactly what we're doing when we're not turning to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We're giving our honor to that which is a strange nation. Okay, these Edomites ultimately that rule over us. Okay, like I showed you in that picture of Teddy Roosevelt. All right. O Israel, happy are we for things that are pleasing to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua are made known unto us. Okay, through what? Through the apostles, the elders, and the Akim, who ultimately you ignore and turn your nose to, and once again shrug your shoulder. All right, at the warning that has been given. We're gonna bring this all the way down to Baruch 4 and 23. For I sent you out with mourning and weeping, but Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will give you to me again with joy and gladness forever. See, this is our last captivity over here in spiritual Babylon. Okay, so you shouldn't want this to be prolonged another day. Not only years and years in planning and building and planning and working your ass off for another vacation, for another car. Okay, that's all of that shit is irrelevant to what we have coming. All right, this is verse 25. My children, suffer patiently. Patiently goes into suffering while you wait. The wrath that is come upon you from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, for thy enemy have persecuted thee. But shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shall tread upon his neck. This is a promise from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Now we are witnessing destruction right now. And these wars, rumors of wars, okay, price inflation, okay, living situation. We're seeing his downfall take place, being led by morons such as DJ Trump, Nero, and his cast of goons. Okay, ultimately the other Edomite world leaders are idiots too, all of them. Okay, and they're at odds against each other. Okay. My delicate ones have gone rough ways and were taken away as a flock caught of the enemy. Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought these things upon you. For as it was your mind to go astray from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, so being returned, seek him 10 times more. For he that has brought these plagues upon you, which we're going to get, Lord willing, shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation, which is through Yahweh Shah. That's his name. He's salvation. He saved. He delivered. Okay? Take a good heart, your mind, O Jerusalem, for he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Okay? Miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall. And ultimately read Psalms 83. That's all the nations. Okay, started off by Edom. All right, miserable are the cities which thy children served. Okay, and where we serve right now, majority of our people, the majority of our captive is over here in spiritual Babylon, and we're still scattered to the four corners of the earth, serving captivity. Miserable is she that received thy sons. Now, let's back up this condition. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 63. And it shall come to pass that as Yahweh Bashem Yahushua rejoiced over you to do you good and to multiply you, so Yahweh Bashem Yahushua will rejoice over you to destroy you and to bring you to nigh. And ye shall be plucked from off the land whither thou goest to possess it. Okay, and this is a promise, and it's taken place once again over here in spiritual Babylon. It's been the hardest captivity that we went through, even though we served out through all of these nations. Okay, and Yahweh Bashem Yahushua shall scatter thee amongst all people from one ends of the earth even unto another. Once again, you could check that off. It's taking place. And there thou shalt serve other gods. What's that? Gods, lowercase. Gods, plural. Idols, vanity, nothing. Okay? Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone, to this very day, to 2026. And Christianity is a major idol. Cedra Boisier. Okay? The pale white savior, Jesus, not Yahweh Shai. Okay? Contradicted to with these scriptures, the description of Yahweh Shai in these scriptures. They gave you Cedra Boisier to serve. Okay? And here's a good reason why, because we did exactly what we was not supposed to do. We went off. Go read up that Deuteronomy 28, start off with the blessings, go down to verse 15, and you'll see these curses drop down for our disobedience. And here's one tidbit of it right here. First Maccabees chapter 1. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start at the 7. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died. Okay, Alexander, who you know as Alexander the Great, Alexander the Greek. Okay. And his servants bear rule, every one in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years. And evils were multiplied in the earth because they are the wicked. Job 9:24, the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. Okay. Now, here's the point I'm making. Verse 11. In those days went out there of Yasharallah wicked man who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we've departed from them, we've had much sorrow. So when Yahweh Bashem Yahushua separated us and gave us peace from the heathen, our people was not pleased with the conditions of the law, statutes, and commandments that we read about in Baruch 4:1. Okay? And what did it say? Those that go against these laws, statutes, and commandments shall die. All right? So this device pleased them well. And while we on this, I want to grab this right now. Here's a good example of Stockholm syndrome. Fair use, copyright, fair use. I am not selling a product. This is strictly for educational purposes. More importantly, I pray that it be edifying.
Appointed, and you're the senator of his state, and she endorsed me. You must really hate her. No, it's a shame. It's a shame. Uh-oh.
I just love you.
No, that's why he's a great politician. Think of it.
Perfect. Look at this coon. Look at him. Shaven face. All right. Bald head. Grinning from teeth to teeth over this wicked pedo, okay, murder, abomination to this whole world. I just love you. Okay? That's Stockholm syndrome at its finest. All right? Okay. All right, so where was we? Well, verse 12. First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 12. So this device pleased them well, who? The wicked of Yasharallah. Okay? Then certain of the people were so forward herein, they minds was made up completely, that they went to the king, a Edomite, okay, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen, meaning they was butt ass naked, which we're not supposed to look on another man's nakedness, okay? And made themselves uncircumcised once again, so they would appear to be amongst the heathen, all right? And forsook the holy covenant and joined themselves to the heathen and were so to do mischief, because once again, that's what it's going to turn to. If you turn away from Yahweh Bashim Yahshai, you're turning directly into sin. Now let's get it. Isaiah 1 and 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass knoweth his master's crib. Two docile, dumbed down animals have understanding of their who they belong to and their purpose. But Yasharallah does not know. You so-called African Americans, Native Americans, and Hispanics. My people does not consider who? Their creator, their God, their power. The word Allah, power. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, a sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters, just like we just read in Maccabees 1 and First Maccabees chapter 1. Okay? They have forsaken Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. They have provoked the Holy One of Yasharallah into anger. They are gone all the way backwards. Why shall ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, the whole heart faint. And this is where we at now. The days of him winking on our sins, them doors is open, the doors are shut. The doors of mercy, Kasad, are shutting. The doors of Canaan, meaning grace period, is coming to a end. Okay? This is the book of Jeremiah 44, verse 4. Here be it. I sent unto you all my servants, the prophets. Once again, today's your prophets are the apostles, the elders, the Akim of Great Millstone, and like-minded men. I pray I be amongst them. Rising early and sending them, saying, oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate. Okay, and he's saying it directly through the words of the prophets. Okay, Amos 3 and 7. But they hearken not. Y'all don't listen, nor incline their ear to turn from their wickedness, to burn no incense unto other gods. And once again, these religions that we partake in, a lot of people think that we're another version of Muslims. No, we come from a seed line. We don't come from a want or desire to believe in something that is false. We don't believe in the lowercase gods. We have the true power, all right, coming from our father, from our forefathers, all right? And we're going to back this up in Jeremiah 4 and 22, which goes right back to Isaiah 1 and 3. For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish, stupid children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. Okay? That's directly lined up to the generation that we live in now. And ultimately, that's why Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to punish us. And here it goes. Amos 3 and 1. Hear this the word that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has spoken against you, O children of Yasharallah, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. That's the dead killer right there. Fuck a vocab. Fuck your pastors. Your sellout 501c3 government contracted sellouts. Fuck them. Fuck them, because at the end of the day, this is the only family that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has known on the earth that he created out of all 18 nations. Therefore, I will punish you for all of your iniquities. Sin on top of sins multiply. Can two walk together except they be in agree? And did you see Senator Scott? That's how you walk with the wicked, because the righteous will not walk with the wicked. Just like the elder, I want to say Yaki. I don't want to mispronounce his name, but just like the Chicago elder said, if you're not saying fuck Babylon, burn this place up as soon as possible, as soon as you desire Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, if you're saying God bless America, you're with the devil. Okay, this is that verse 7. Amos 3 and 7. Surely Yahweh Bashim Yahushua will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So you cannot ignore his mouthpiece when it's speaking, because he's not going to bust open the clouds. And let me get straight to this too. I want to tell you this. You Jakes and the rest of the nation, you better pray that this is photoshopped. I have all belief in my heart that the Lord, this is his clouds that he put together to show his image. But you better pray that this is Photoshop, because look what you're looking at right there. A clear description in the skies of a Jake. Okay? He's not going to bust the cloud. What you want him, this voice to start speaking to you? My children, be obedient. No. He gave you the prophets, okay? He gave you the prophets. All right. This is Deuteronomies 17 and 15. Thou shalt end. Okay, now let's break down things that keep us desiring the enemy. All right. This is why First Maccabees chapter 1 took place. Thou shalt in any wise set a king over thee, whom Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, thy Allah power, shall choose. Okay? One from amongst thy brethren shall thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee. Who you voting for? Did you vote? Did you vote? No, I don't vote for any side of evils. Okay, knowing better. I didn't vote before I knew I was Yasharallah. Now, knowing better, I'm definitely not going to waste my gas and time and energy on this abomination of filthy place, which is not of thy brethren. Okay, thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, thy Allah power, shall choose. One from amongst thy brethren shall they set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger. DJ Trump, come on our Harris. All these are, even Obama. His father was a Kenyan. Okay, Hemite, over thee, which is not thy brother. Do you get it? Okay, now moving forward. This is just a little, once I said, an example of the things that we do. Leviticus, here's a big one right here. 20 and 13. If a man also lie with mankind, a man with a man, as he lieth with a woman, a man with a man, Both of them have committed abomination. They should surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. But what does spiritual Babylon say to do? It's a good thing for you guys to marry. Now, a man is looked down and shamed on for having more than one wife, but which is totally legal in these scriptures. Once again, Yasharallah was founded off of one man and four women to bring forth the 12 progenitors, the children, the sons, and a daughter. Okay? But nah, over here, that's shamed upon. That'll get you tossed in jail. But the man with man, woman with woman is acceptable. Okay? And is actually glorified. Okay? Deuteronomies 22 and 5. The woman shall not wear that pertaineth unto a man. Once again, it's ABC 1, 2, 3 lifestyle. Neither shall a man put on woman's garments. Ain't that rampant through Hollywood? Ain't that like a Hollywood mandatory? You got very few Jakes that didn't do it. Okay? For all that do so are abomination unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, thy Allah. So all of those Hollywood stars that you laugh at, giggle at, whatever comedians, they're abomination to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. At least they repent. And it don't look like they're trying to. Once again, they live in their best life. They ain't got to worry about nobody. So they think. Okay? So these are the things that they was murmuring and complaining about in First Maccabees chapter 1. And throughout all of these scriptures, from the moment we came up out of Egypt, in the wilderness, we murmured and grumbled, okay? This is the book of John. Okay, this is the book of John, and I'm not going to 3:16, okay? This is the book of John 8 and 44. Red letter, Yahweh Shah speaking. Year of your father, the devil. And that's exactly the mentality you take up. We call it the house of Saul. All right, a rebellious house, the 2/3. The devil, okay, once again. But I just love you, Trump. Senator Scott, who thought he had an opportunity to be vice president, but when it was time, Trump wouldn't even pick up the phone and listen to him. Matter of fact, Trump ignored one of his civil rights bills that he tried to push through. Okay? And the lust of your father ye will do. But I guarantee Senator Scott will still speak very prideful of this man who is a genocider, amongst other things. Okay? He was a murderer from the beginning, see? And abhorred not in the truth. You never heard DJ Trump and these Edomites tell the truth. Okay? Because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. For he is a liar and the father of it. And because I tell you the truth, and who is I? Once again, the prophets. But this is Yahweh Shah, the prophet speaking. Ye believe me not. Okay, that's our problem. Once again, we have Stockholm syndrome. You don't want to go the right way. You in bed, you in lust with the wrong way. Okay, and for that, we're gonna stay in the book of John. Remember that John 3:16, y'all like to bring God to the world. Well, what does John 17 have to say? Same book, John, same author, 17 and 9. I pray not for them. I pray not for this world. See, that world is cosmos. It's our family. It's not eon. It's not the kingdom. It's not the era. It's not oikomenes, which means the earth you walk on is cosmos. Okay, and I got this on airplane mode because the spam keeps tripping. So I can't break that down, but you can look that up. All right, that means a family. All right, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine, and all mine are thine, and thine are mine, and I am glorified in them. So Yahweh Shema Ashai is only praying for the 1/3, the elect, starting with the 144,000, the 12,000 of the 12 tribes, then the 1/3, the unnumerable amount, but still only 1/3 of our nation. Because he just told you up here, I pray not for the world. So don't give me that 3:16 and you can't even break it down properly. Okay? This is the book of Zechariah 13 and 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh Shem Yahushua, 2 parts therein shall be cut off. 2 parts of what should be cut off? Of our nation, and die. But the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire. Okay? And will refine them as silver is refined. That's getting rid of the impurities. Okay? All right? Making us precious to him in his sight. And will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh by Shem Yahushua is my Allah, my power, once again. Okay? And this is definitely taking place as we speak. This is the book of Jeremiah 30 and 6. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with a child. Have you ever seen a pregnant man? The answer better be hell no, because it doesn't exist. We're not talking about no laboratory bullshit. The answer is hell no. You never seen a man in travail. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loin as a woman in travail, and all faces turn into paleness. That paleness face is fear. Imaginable fear, that fear that will freeze you. You can't move fear. Lies. For that day is great, so that none is like it, never before. All the atrocities, all the horrific things we went through. Becoming shark bait, becoming gator bait. All right, just torture, butt broken. All of these things, none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. Who is Jacob? You so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, speckled birds. But he shall be saved out of it. Who is he? We just read that. The 1/3 that Yahshua, that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua has ultimately appointed to spare. Now, here's a warning from the scriptures, and I'm just repeating it. I'm just a messenger. Joshua 14. Salakia, Joshua 24 and 14. Now, therefore, fear Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and serve him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods, there's that word again, the idols, the vanity, which your fathers served on the other side of the flood, these bullshit holidays, your Easters, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, okay? And in Egypt. And serve ye Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, your birthday. And serve who? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Put off that bullshit. And serve who? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. And if it seem evil unto you to serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, just like it did in First Maccabees chapter 1, it brought sorrow to them. Choose ye this day whom ye will serve. Whether the gods, lowercase gods, those idols, which your fathers served, that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, which starts with your mind, your lob, your heart, we will serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Okay, I pray that this has been edifying. Ultimately, you don't have a choice, and this is how this is going to end. Luke 19 and 27, my favorite verse through these scriptures. But those, my enemies, red letter, Yahushua speaking, which would not that I should reign over them, bring them here. Come on, bring them here and slay them before me. Now that sound like he coming to hug everybody, kisses, hugs, come bring it in, brother. Come on, bring it in. At the United Nations. No, what did he say? But those, my enemies, which would not that I should reign over them, bring them here and slay them before me. Okay? So once again, this has been 2/3 Stockholm Syndrome. I pray that it was edifying. Shalom.